And I am back being live after the 30 days period party. It was feeling really weird this morning to be live again. It's funny how we forget how to do things very quickly. And I've just realized that I'm wearing like gray and black, which is not a really colorful, it's not really colorful clothing for such a beautiful topic, but that's okay. Just stay with me because today we're going to talk about how to manifest your period. And this is based on what I've seen in clinical practice, what I've tried on myself. It's based on research as well. And I'm going to give you 10 tips that you can actually start implementing from straight away if you want to get your period back. And obviously, we're going to also tap into the exercise and food component, stress as well. But what I'm going to talk about today, it's more about something that you can actually do in different areas of your life. So you can bring in joy instead of simply focusing on the scarcity that is around you. I really would like you to start tapping into abundance as soon as possible. So if you're watching this live, please share with me where you're coming from and let me know if you have ever tried to manifest your period. Just type it below and say, yes, I did manifest my period before. I've been trying to do it and it didn't work. I really would love to know. And if you're watching this on replay or if you're watching this on YouTube, just remember that you can always comment below and let me know what's going on in your head and if you resonate with the tips that I'm about to share anyway. So just imagine, right, for a second, like waking up in the morning and feeling something wet between your legs and just standing up from your bed and noticing that your sheets are stained and you got your period. Or maybe just imagine that you're sitting in the toilet, you're just going for a random wee and you have so many thoughts in your head, you're not even paying attention, and all of a sudden you see blood in the toilet paper. But more than anything, just imagine waking up in the morning and just feeling the rays of the sun kissing your skin and not having a thought in your brain. Just imagine that yourself making coffee, prepping a good breakfast, not having a second thoughts about which kind of breakfast to have, not worrying about having to go for an exercise class or for a jog or for anything like that, because you feel absolutely content with your body and you know that during the day you're going to find a way to move gently and in tune with the phase of your cycles. Just imagine living a life where you feel completely abundant and happy and you have amazing relationship with the people that you love. Just imagine all of that, feeling vital to do all the things that you want to do, having a sex drive. Just imagine all of that. And that's, in a nutshell, is visualization. Imagining what we want, imagining what we would like to bring into our life. And you can apply this exercise to whatever you're experiencing. And maybe you want to visualize your job, maybe you want to visualize a relationship, maybe you want to visualize a baby, maybe you want to visualize better health in general. Whatever that is for you, visualization is going to back you up. It's going to be your friend while you go through it. And why is that? Why is visualization so powerful? Because, sorry, I've been saying visualization, but what I'm saying is manifestation. Because manifesting is the process of aligning your energy, your intention, and your very being to the reality that you desire in order to attract that reality. You're constantly attracting. You constantly attract things based on your energy. So you cannot have control over everything, but you can have control over your energy, right? So how empowering and scary is that? Because if you attract things based on your energy, you just really want to make sure that you protect and preserve your energy, right? And you want to make sure that you manifest the right things, that you have the right thoughts, because otherwise very tough things are going to happen and you won't know how to handle them. Correct? So if it's still resonating with you, just let me know in the comment section. If you're thinking, Claudia, you're like talking nonsense right now, I'm more than happy to hear that as well. But just to go back from the beginning, manifesting is the process of aligning your energy, intention, and your very being to the reality that you desire so that you can attract the reality. So how can we make that happen? The first step is to focus on what we really want. Yeah. So for example, if let's say that you would like to get pregnant, you cannot focus on rock solid abs and getting pregnant at the same time, because the two things are completely separate. And if you're giving a very precise information to your subconscious, it has to be very specific and clear enough, because otherwise your subconscious is going to get quite distracted. Do you want to have rock solid abs? So let's make sure that you go to the gym and that you eat specific foods. Or would you like to get pregnant? So we bring in some rest, we bring in some supplements, some energy, some fun times. What do you want right now? So be very specific when you speak, when you talk with your subconscious, because your subconscious is ultimately listening, is always listening and brewing underneath, meaning that especially when you go to sleep at nighttime, your subconscious really make up all this beautiful connection in your brain, and those are the thoughts that you're gonna have when you wake up in the morning. So make sure that you speak very clearly in a very concise way to your subconscious brain, so then you're gonna be able to reap the benefit of what you really want. Once again, if you would like to lose weight, but you would like to get your period back, what are you telling exactly your subconscious brain? Which one is which? Tell your subconscious brain what is really important and focus on the message. The second step is to believe that it's gonna happen for you. If you don't believe it, you're gonna create a gap. And that goes for everything in life. So for example, if you're homeless right now, which I'm pretty sure that you're not, but if you are on a very low income, or if you're still a student and you want to become a millionaire, if you have that uncertainty, yeah, you can start right now to believe that that's going to happen. But if every single time that you say it sounds fake, just find a compromising thought, meaning just find a way to balance the two. Ultimately, you would like to become a millionaire, but ask yourself, what's the next step that I can actually take, that it feels real to me, that it's going to get me to my ultimate goal. So for example, it could be to start a business. So not even landing a job, because once you land a job and you start getting paychecks, it's really hard to become a millionaire in that way. But let's say that maybe you want to start your very successful business, for example. Okay. So step number one is really to focus on what you really want. And the second tips is that to believe in it, to believe that you can actually do it. Because if you create that gap, once again, you're sending two completely different messages to your subconscious brain, and your subconscious brain is going to be like, what? Step number 3, bring awareness to the self-talk. Yeah, that needs to happen daily. If you talk yourself down, if you tell every single day that you're not likable, that you're not good enough, that you're not going to be a millionaire, that you have so many things that you don't like, that your belly's awful, that you're not even that smart, that you have nothing to bring to the room, it's really going to be hard for you to move on and become the best version of yourself and to fully embody that woman that you have pictured in your mind. So remember that manifestation is something that we can definitely do if we have some clear outcome, if we believe that they can happen, and if we support ourselves with resourceful self-talk. I'm not saying positive self-talk, just resourceful, because telling yourself that you're not going to become a millionaire because you're not going to be smart enough, yeah, guess what's going to happen? That's the energy that you're going to get. So be really careful with the words and the thoughts that you use, especially every single day. Let's make a different example. Let's say, for example, that you would like to get your period back, but you would like to lose weight, and you think that you're fat, and you think that you're unlovable. So these are the self-talk that you have within yourself, that you expose your brain to every single day. How hard is it going to be for you to increase your weight and to do the work so that you can finally get pregnant, when the core belief is that you're not worth it anyway? You're not worth it of good things to happen to you. Step number 4 is to use affirmations. Use affirmations, especially when you're in a theta state. This theta state is just before going to sleep, for example, when you're about to doze off, or when you're waking up in the morning, or when you're meditating, or when you are in the zone. So when you use the positive affirmations when you're in your theta state, you're bypassing your subconscious mind and your limiting beliefs. So that's extremely powerful. And maybe some people will say, I'm doing the affirmations every day, but I don't see any difference. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it, because your subconscious is listening. And maybe the prefrontal cortex right at that moment is busy with something else. And that's exactly what we want. We want your subconscious brain to listen, because then it's going to scan the environment and it's going to prove that all the affirmations that it has been listening to, they're actually real and they make sense in your life. And the more you do it, the more that you expose yourself to positive affirmations, the more you're going to notice how your life is going to unravel in so many beautiful ways. So maybe one day you're going to on day one, you're going to start by thinking that you don't deserve it, you're not worth it, and then you start listening to positive affirmations on limiting beliefs, on abundance and self-worth, and 3 weeks down the track you catch yourself saying something completely positive about your body. And that's the power of positive affirmations, especially when your brain is in a theta state. Sometimes it's also really powerful when you're commuting to work. When you're driving, you don't really need to activate any part of your brain right now to drive, especially if you have been driving for many years. That's a good time for you to put the positive affirmations on the background. So your brain is going to soak in all those beautiful thoughts. Another way that you can really help your brain to get to the next level, your subconscious brain to catch up with what's important for you, is visualization. And I speak about visualization from the very get-go of the Period Comeback Protocol, and with all of my clients. I'm a big believer in visualization. It does work. There are scientific studies that shows that it works. It is done by people like Elon Musk, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey, Olympic athletes. So if you think that it's not going to work for you, I would like to differ, and I would encourage you to really try it again. But it has to be part of a consistent practice. It's not something that you can do once every couple of weeks to then say, it doesn't work for me. Journaling. Journaling simply reinforce what you want. It allows you to feel it in your bone. Yeah. So if you write in the present tense, as if you're already living in your situation, that can really help your brain to catch up with all the things that you have been working on. So for example, if you're scared of eating specific food or taking a rest day, journal about that in present tense. Like journal about the day where you're feeling rested, you have had the food, and you feel that you're closer than ever to getting your period back. Why journaling is important? Because sometimes we have so many thoughts in our brain and we can't really put them in a row. Like when you're trying to put the little ducks in a row and they keep going round in a circle until finally they follow mom and they're all in a straight line. Sometimes we try to put our thoughts into that straight line and it doesn't happen. And all the thoughts are like wild ducks that keep on going round and round the circle. So journaling, it's like that mama duck that helps you to put all the little ducks in a row. So even if you have tried journaling before and you didn't enjoy it, just give it another go. Just give it another go for the sake of your well-being. Step number 7. I've spoken about this for ages, and it's very empowering. It's a necessity in some situation. And I'm talking about decluttering. Stagnant energy from the past needs to go. I received the most beautiful message this morning from this lovely client of mine, and she told me that she's been decluttering like a pro. She's letting go of friends that are not making her feel great, and she deleted all the old pictures of herself from the phone. Another client of mine, she told me that now she's thinking about decluttering from her job, because it's coming in the way, not to getting the period back, but it's coming in the way of her feeling happy with herself. And someone else another client moving from one place to another, deciding to declutter from all the things that are not going to be resourceful in the long run. So what can you declutter today? And when it comes to decluttering, your thoughts are important as well. Social media can be decluttered. Your desk can be decluttered. The clothing, the skinny jeans, the pictures on your phone, the whatever you can think of. The gym membership. Step number 8, after the mind prepping, because all we have done until now is just preparing your mind for what's to come, but you need to do the physical work. So you need to take aligned action. So you can manifest your period like a pro, but if you don't actually implement the changes, and if you don't rest, if you don't look after your beautiful brain, if you don't eat the food, if you don't take the supplements, if you don't sleep well at nighttime, if you don't take a step back from working out, chances are the manifestation on its own is not going to work. And just if I create another metaphor, if we go back to that person that wants to become a millionaire, if that person does the visualization every single day, but it doesn't really start a business, or it doesn't start a conversation with anyone, or if it doesn't learn any skill, then chances are that unless it's going to win the lotto, it's not going to become a millionaire. So remember that this work, this mind prepping, is going to help you to get to the end goal, but you also need to be realistic and do all the things that are needed to get to where you want to go. Take aligned action every single day. Step number 9, always practice gratitude. No matter what you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter what's happening, always practice gratitude. Gratitude before anything else. You can be grateful for something right now, even if your life sucks. Even if you had a really bad news today, you can still sit in gratitude for something. And I'm going to the extreme cases. I don't want to look for the positive. If you're going through a very, very tough time, if you had a horrible news today, I don't want you to look for the positive. I don't want you to think, oh, but, I don't know, something positive has happened today. Just sit with gratitude for what it's already there for you. For example, if you had a horrible day, did you have anyone giving you a hug? Did you have anyone that you could talk to? Do you have a plan B? Are you still healthy? Are you still breathing? Sit in gratitude. Because once that we sit in gratitude, we move from sympathetic response to parasympathetic response with a flick of a switch. Okay? And last but not least, trust and let go. After you have controlled all the things that you could do, after you have implemented all the changes, after you have taken aligned actions, patient is key. You need to bring in that relaxed energy, the feeling of being okay wherever you are, even if you haven't got your period yet. I wish that it was enough for some people to get way restored, or to do some manifestation and take a couple of rest days and get their period back. It does work for some. It doesn't work for everybody. but there is always a lesson that can be learned. There is always something else that you can ask yourself. There is always something else that you could work on. And if you don't want to do that, if it's not the time for you to keep on working on yourself, that's okay. You can also take a break. And then it's all about going back to step number one. What do I want? Why do I want it? How can I make that happen? I really hope that this video is going to be helpful and that you resonate with it. Let me know in the comment section which steps you think that are going to be useful for you. So just to sum it up, sum them up. The first one is to focus on what you really want. The second one is believe that it's going to happen. 3 is bring awareness to your self-talk. Just listen to yourself talking to yourself during the day. 4, use the positive affirmations, especially when your brain is at peace in theta state. 5, visualization. 6, journaling, so that you can reinforce what you want. 7, declutter your life. 8, take aligned actions. 9, always sit in gratitude. And 10, just trust and let go. So let me know if you resonate with any of these tips. My ebook, my latest ebook, how to get the period back and boost your fertility, ebook is out now. It's 77 pages, 76. It contains 2 meal plans, lots of recipes, very many informations about how to protect your body and why you need some specific nutrients in your body. And if you want to take advantage of it right now, I'm going to sell it for $14.99 USD to the first 10 people that are going to say, yes, I want it. And then the price is going to double from after I've sold the first 10 copies. So if you're interested and you want it, just send me a DM straight away so I can send you the link where you can get it. Thanks for watching today, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.